Look at me when I'm talking to you. I see what you're doing. Get off my channel. These are just some of the things that legendary rapper P. Diddy said to 50 Cent when they encountered each other at a sporting event. Why, you may ask? Well, if you've been sleeping under a rock, 50 and Diddy have been going on a back-and-forth battle that concerns something very sensitive indeed, Diddy's sexuality. That's right. For those of you who don't know, rumors that Puff Daddy himself is homosexual are no news in the industry. But with 50 continuing to make fun of his fellow rappers' alleged hidden sexuality in interviews and on social media, stuff is quickly coming to a head. So what exactly did 50 say that got Diddy so riled up? What was Diddy's exact response? And is there any truth to the rumors? Those are some of the questions that fans are asking, and we are going to take a look at all of them. Now, while their history goes back a long way, this whole beef started when 50 Cent was interviewed on DJ Envy and Charlemagne the God's famous radio show, The Breakfast Club. Fans of the show should be familiar with the fact that stuff can get pretty nasty on there, and in this particular instance, the topic veered toward Puff Daddy when one of the guys asked 50 if his repeated jabs at Diddy for being gay have caused him any problems in the industry.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
After which, 50 denies calling Diddy gay.
I don't call him gay.
For those of you who don't know, the post the guy from the show is talking about was something that 50 posted on his Insta when he posted a meme of himself in a hospital bed surrounded by stuffed animals with a text on top that read, "Currently recovering from pettiness." And in the post's caption, he would post the following fiery words. "Sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under the leadership of Puff Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow. Hashtag Den of Thieves, January 19th. Now that is how you promote a movie. As for why he would say that in the first place, this particular allegation came in response to Diddy's appearance on the Fabulous and Jadakiss episode of Nor's Drink Champs podcast, where Diddy, quite clearly drunk, repeatedly calls Nor daddy when talking to him about something.
I like when you like this, Daddy. Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. I like that.
Now that alone should make people feel pretty sus about Diddy. But here's the thing. That was not the only instance of the interview that Diddy did something that would justify Fifth's comments. In fact, throughout the interview, he kept talking to the guys about going to parties with him, even complaining to one that they don't go to parties together anymore. And to Fifth, that was a goldmine. You see, 50 has said on previous occasions that Diddy has a habit of making people uncomfortable by inviting them to parties with him and other sus things like that. And this was all the proof he needed to say the following.
He said something fabulous and he goes, but me and you, we ain't party. Like, we need to party. And when people say that to me, I get a little uncomfortable.
Talk about deep cuts. As you can imagine, this interview caught wildfire on the internet, with fans of both parties taking jabs at both artists. And all of that brought out even more stuff about Diddy's alleged fruitiness. For example, fans started posting this old interview of Fifth in which he complains about Diddy offering to take him shopping and even calls him a quote-unquote fruit pop. Here's the clip.
He's doing it, and I'm going... The nigga Puff was like, first he was amping him to get stout. Then he was like, so when we gonna get the chance to kick it, like we could just hang out, nigga, we gotta kick it.
This is
Puff.
Okay.
He telling me we gotta kick it and shit, and he was like, why don't we like go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said? I got the fuck away from him, because I was like, this nigga, this nigga just tell me he'd take me shopping. And this is shit that goes on. So this is a little fruit pop. It's a fruit pop. It's a fruit pop, trust me.
And then there was the time he posted a couple of pictures of Diddy with Rick Ross that were taken out of context to make it look like the two were dating. He has also alleged that Diddy and James Cruz, a sound engineer from the industry, had been gay for each other, going as far as to say that Cruz had let Diddy, quote, play in his B. Now, those are some serious allegations, so even when he has had to delete posts due to backlash claiming he was being homophobic, the stuff he has said has stayed in the minds of fans, and presumably in the mind of Diddy himself. So when Fifth made those wild remarks at the Breakfast Club, everyone immediately turned to Diddy to see how he would respond. And let's just say he did not disappoint. Remember the snippets we talked about in the intro? Well, those threats come from a clip at some sporting event both Diddy and 50 attended. In the clip, a reporter is seen interviewing Diddy when 50 Cent walks by and decides to photobomb his fellow rapper's show. And when that happens, Diddy sort of bursts on 50.
Get your hand out my pocket, man. Get your hand out my pocket. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing on the channel. Get your hand out my pocket, man. Look at me when I'm talking to you. I see, yo. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, man. I see what you're doing. Nah, look at me, man. I see what you're doing, man. Yeah, you gonna make me. Okay, I'm telling y'all right now. When I want to work for Diddy, I'm gonna physically put my hands on somebody for the ratings because he's not gonna outdo me. I'm gonna physically. I'm gonna go to Central Booking. Yeah. I'm used to it. I know what it is. But you get your hand on my pocket. Get off my channel, boy.
As you can imagine, when the clip came out, it went viral in both fandoms and caused the whole business about P. Diddy being sus to start trending again. And when it did, something even better happened. Diddy got invited onto the Breakfast Club. That's right, Diddy has been interviewed on the very show where he was first called gay and made fun of. And what's more, the guys on the show actually asked him about the exact stuff 50 and his pals had alleged. So let's take a look at that interview in pieces.
I was coming off of being in Miami a night of partying. I don't really remember what I was saying. You know what I'm saying?
Would you like a reminder?
Yeah, sure.
Play some.
Hey, yo, listen, I love it all. I love it all, man.
But that's not all. In another statement during the same interview, he actually went as far as to hint at 50 maybe being a homophobe, saying that what he does might not be adding up for someone who's homophobic.
I know I say like reckless stuff out my mouth that's just not maybe, adding up to with somebody who's homophobic, but I'm not homophobic and I really don't, care, you know what I'm saying?
And finally, at the end of the segment, Diddy wraps up by talking about his and 50's exact relationship, and ultimately claims that while that's how 50 acts, that's just his way of showing how he loves Diddy. Although he does make one comment about him and 50 not being cut from the same cloth and not being the same at all, which fans are saying shows that Diddy is still not fully on board with how 50 treats him, but is just being polite. Anyways, watch the clip and judge for yourself.
They can't really touch me. Y'all, at the end of the day, y'all see and y'all know what it is. The track record, y'all know the business acumen, y'all know the community service.
As you can see, there is still some resentment in both parties, but on the whole, stuff seems to be going smoothly. That is, until one of them decides to start the beef up again. And if we were to bet, we would say that 50 is going to come up with another jab at Diddy very soon. And if you would be interested in something like that, click the subscribe button so you don't miss out. And well, on that note, we must end today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you did, be sure to leave a like. And with that, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.